Picking back up. Got the car loaded, it's been running so it's warmed up. I've been walking around it. Let's see. The goal is to go up this slight hill and get up there to where it's been plowed. So we'll see. I have pretty decent tires on here. Got about 40,000 miles in this set. Yes. So not great traction, but a whole lot better than I had in the last video. But this snow is pretty heavy. It's not nearly as fluffy. It's packing down, as you can see, really easy just from walking around it. This is alright, so first thing you want to do is sort of rock your vehicle. I'm stalling doing this. And stalling's not necessarily a bad thing. Stalling kind of shows that I am barely giving this car any power, because what I don't want to do is spin. And right now I have to get over a hump of pretty wet snow. So we're going to see how this goes. And not too good. Oh, stalled again. This is actually a lot harder to do in an automatic. I am probably going to get high centered here. Traction control saying that my wheels are slipping. So when it does that with Subaru, what's happening is, you notice every time I take forward, I don't know if you can feel it, but the car actually drops a little bit. If I can get that right there, I got it made. But I can feel it digging, and since this car's so light, it's kind of staying on top of this wet snow a little bit, so you really want to be gentle on your acceleration and use momentum to get you going. I don't know if I can spin my way over this or not. Nope, don't want to do that. Oh. And I am really working the bottom end of this clutch. There we go. Alright, we're pretty much in a safe zone now. We're not pushing snow anymore. And that is how you would get out of one of those really sticky situations where the car is gotta push snow. So that was all over the bumper. We'll go back through and look at the tracks that we made. I wish I'd have had an extra video to show from the outside. So you can see the ground clearance we got right there. Surprisingly enough, it didn't drag right there. Wow, it actually floated over all, well, it dragged right there a little bit. So mainly it was just the force of breaking the snow. And you can see, if I dig, look at that. That's how wet the snow was. And the reason I didn't get stuck is because I did not spin the tires very much. I have at least 3 inches of snow underneath of the tires of the car, and that's why it wasn't dragging, and it's packed. So on that kind of stuff, you don't want to just sit there and spin a hole, because if you spin a hole, you're stuck. You never get out. Well, I mean, you can get out, you get pulled out and dig a hole, dig your way out, but the key is just keeping momentum and keep breaking tracks. Now, if I had my truck, I have enough ground clearance, I could spin my way down to the ground and still have plenty of height left just to keep going, but I don't have that with the Subaru. So that, and I don't have treads that are going to self-clean as well. I have all terrains on there, and what an all terrain is going to do is it's going to give me good sipe traction in the snow. So snow will stick into those sipes, and then the snow will stick to the snow. So that's how I'm getting most of my traction. You can see the tracks here. You don't really see a lot of definitive footprints, but that's like where the sipes are working, and that's what's keeping us going. And this is in the pack stuff. Back in here, you really don't see a whole lot of the traction. You see a little bit, but that's nothing like you see. You can see like the diesel here. It's leaving really good footprints. That's because it's got a lot deeper tread lugs, and they're able to bite and kind of pack that snow a lot better than the Subaru is going to. So the goal with light vehicles in most situations is going to be not to spin your way down and to try to get traction on the snow. Now that doesn't work at all with ice. You're going to need studs for something like that, especially if you're going up a hill, and that's not a very steep hill, but when you're braking tracks in an all-wheel drive, you know, it's still a challenge. So if you guys have any questions or comments, let me know. Kind of got my car prepared for like the winter worst. Snowshoes, 0-degree sleeping bag. I've got an MRE in there and lots of water, some other food just in case I get stuck. So never know what's gonna happen in the winter. Have a good one.